Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go!
Ready? Black 20.
Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Double dog.
Alert, alert.
Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Get in the way.
Black 20.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And his first pass is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, let's get there. Kill, kill, kill. Spawn. No. Hey, watch it.
Alert, alert. 44.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the
They're
field.
going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Two times. We got 4.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a run with Henderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Greystone travel. Ready.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch twist.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now.
Here's Darkwan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time.
Ready.
That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Alert. 3 down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
54. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I got you, son.
Hey, high 7.
Get this. You're all up.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On first down, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Coming to you.
Go.
Mike 56.
Go.
They'll run with Darkwan. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, son.
Hey, Delta.
56 to Mike. 56.
Be careful.
To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
X3. 218. Chopper.
55 is my guy. 55. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mark 55.
5.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, exit.
Check. 55.
Hey, lock it.
Check. 55 to mine. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season.
A 39-yard attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Let's get it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On the double.
56. Check 56.
You're out.
Cut. Check.
5. Ready.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Shift.
Let go.
Mike's 50. Focus, defense, focus.
Alert.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alert.
Safety's
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 50. Watch the slant.
Black.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near... The 34.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
152 fighter. Shoot.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
70, Indy.
Pick it up.
Snap.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Set, ready. 90, Wolf.
Right there, 56. Watch that.
Bam, bam. Cut up.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking deep downfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 5-4.
Get that.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
5.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 80 weapon. Let's go.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, wahoo!
52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. I'm hit it.
To throw, it's Allen. There he goes inside the 30. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
We got this.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check 24, check 24.
Hey, Haywood. Hey.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. They got ready.
Now.
Looking to throw. Purcell. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be third down. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Darnquan. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go on.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Hey, Echo.
Slam.
Go.
Now Allen. Out left side here to Bryant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on third and short. Sometimes you break the initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
On first down, Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Allen now, throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And here's Allen on 3rd down. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run once more with Henderson. Dancing away at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. 50 out. Hard. Shit. Hey, Delta. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Purcell. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Looking for Shepard deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the slant. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Bound to lose one. 58's the Mike. 58.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check 43.
Let's go.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Look at the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
6-6, pull it high. Big rip.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown.
Good job.
Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This quarterback now just 2 out of 6 since coming on, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Purcell. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Shoot.
On the counter, it's Henderson. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Ready. 70.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Watch the slant.
Go.
Let it flow.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 50. All day, every day, any day. Watch twist. Slam.
Snap.
From the gun, Purcell going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
General West.
They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here.
You're not ready. 58's the money.
Here's Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
18 Gator.
56. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
5.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Hey, wahoo! 50, Mike, 50. Ready?
Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, Purcell. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Madison. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Let's go.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
54. Tackles, tackles.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Who that? Who that? 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got
Now.
Operating from the gun. Purcell. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Hey, orbit.
On first down, Purcell forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Get it.
Off play action. Purcell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You got double up, double up, double up, double up. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
80 weapon. Hey, Echo. Let go.
From the gun, Purcell. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, high 7.
50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go, go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, 50. 50's the Mike, 50's the Mike.
On 4th down, Purcell trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. But the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I'm here all day. 58, right over there, right over there.
Yeah.
58, right there. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Let's go.
Now Allen operating from the gun and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Man, I got you.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 5. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Purcell. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. On 4th down, Purcell. And he finds McDonald. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on 1st down, Purcell. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. This quarterback now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10.
Shift! Watch the shift! Look at me! Go! Hey, Charlie!
65! 65!
Hey, Jeff, lead grip!
Operating from the gun. Purcell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, Foxtrot!
Let him know. 50's the Mike.
I got him.
Hey, switch gears.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. A big offensive explosion.